that vyapar is performed by the Purusha. It is called Purusha Vyapar by the person. And the yajna is completed by that. So that is Lakshmi, because any vyapara means the action. The intermediate action is called vyapara. Definition in Nyaya. Anyway, it is the intermediate. It's like the door in between.
This was vyaparavat asadharanam karanam karanam.
That is karanam. The definition of vyapara itself is. So, vyapara is the intermediate process. And therefore, that is Lakshmi, because to do that vyapara you need energy, you need money, power. So that is, then she is also Kriya, the activities which are performed in the yajna. Those are all she. Jya also refers to the Ishti. Ishtis are a type of yajna which are secondary to the main yajna. That's another word used for yajna. So these are prayers to Lord Vishnu and also to Lakshmi. And he is called Palbuk. There is no comment on this. So Palbuk means the fruit, the result, the outcome goes to the Lord, means he is the beneficiary of the yajna. Bhuj dhatu also means to protect. So it can also mean that he is the protector, he is the maintainer of the yajna. Without his grace it is not possible. So I'll stop here if there is any question on this. Okay?
Babaji, I have one question.
Yes.
So you were saying that, I forgot what the word was exactly, that it's to touch, not to kill, right?
Yeah.
And
Alaban.
I personally want to believe that. But how do you make the distinction? How do you know which one to use then? What's the correct interpretation?
Which interpretation to use?
Yes.
Just follow your heart. Because if you have a choice, then take the one which you like. Right? You have no problem with that.
Not good with it.
That's right.
So Bhagavatam says that the meaning is not killing but touching. So clearly stated.
You know where is that?
This is 11th Canto, the 3rd chapter. Pasor Alam Dasa.
Okay, there it's 11.5.13. Tatha pashor ala vanam nahingsa evang vivaya prajaya naratya imang vishuddhang naviduk swadharmang yetvanevam vido santakstabda sadabimanina.
So
that's the next verse.
Babaji,
yes.
is it possible that all the notion just developed over time, and maybe initially it was accepted to perform animal sacrifices, and it should be quite easy to determine if it was done or not, because you can see detailed descriptions of yagyas like Ashwamedha. From those descriptions it should be clear if they're killing animals or not.
Yeah, the point is same. If they were using the word alabanam, then how do you know what alabanam means?
But then,
You see, the thing is this, that in Shastra, they always use words which can have double meaning. It is intentional.
But suppose in this Ashwamedha description, one thing I remember is that then the dead horse is lying at night, and
That's exactly I'm saying. Even maybe those words, even they can be misinterpreted in different ways. Just like I gave you the example that dhatu han. Han means to kill, but han also means to move. You can read this directly in the dhatu part. Han hinsa gatyo. So now which meaning you take? Does it mean to kill or does it mean to go?
but is it possible to determine it from description what
So I'm
happens?
saying both exist. What do you mean possible? Both things have existed all the time. Just a question that sometimes one thing becomes prominent, another becomes less prominent. So sometimes animal sacrifice became prominent, sometimes it was less, but everything exists all the time. Why? Because there are people who are of different nature and exist all the time. So in Satyuga, in the beginning, people were more sattvic by very nature. Although from the history we think that the people were hunters and they were meat eaters. That is modern history. But our history says that people in the beginning, it is a fact, they lived in the forest, but they were not meat eaters. Because they were very sattvic by nature. They meditated, they didn't even build houses. They lived as they described. But the people were of different nature, so they did not eat meat. But as people became rajasic, and when you become rajasic, then naturally the nature also turns similar because you don't take care of it. And maybe there were not enough fruits, and fruits which were very abundantly available in the beginning. That is the meaning, that you get everything by worship. So rajasic people don't want to do that because they become more greedy. So then the nature will not produce, and then there will be need for them, and then they will justify it from the Vedas because they are still rooted in the Vedas. So then say, okay, we have to do the yajna. And then as more time passes, then the yajna is left and you only eat meat. Then you have shops. Yeah, that's how it happens. So it is not exactly that it is like this only and then it became like this. Everything is all the time.
How do they became from sattvic to rajasic?
That is nature's, that is the characteristic of nature. Things change with time. It's like the sun comes in the morning and it's not very hot. And then at noontime it becomes more hot.
So it's not due to the human behaving. They became just like this because it
just
should
goes
have
through the
been
cycle.
like this.
Cycle. Like day comes, night comes, and morning comes, like that. It goes into something.
So if not, we are in Canto yoga.
And this is tamasic yoga. That's why
And
we
now
have.
we are in this.
That's why we have shops now.
And this it was
Previously they
meant
had
to.
meat, but there were no shops.
It was
Even if
meant.
they did yajna, at least they did yajna.
It was meant to be like this. We couldn't have done anything that we just did. It was.
It's like when it is rainy season, then rain will come. When it is cold season, the cold will come. You cannot change that. But what you are meant to do is you put on a jacket to protect yourself from the cold. You don't say, well, it is cold, so I'm going to suffer from the cold. So Kali Yuga is Kali Yuga. It is meant to have qualities like that, but you protect yourself.
So, given that context, it seems like vegetarianism isn't a matter of right or wrong. It's more about what you choose to cultivate your spiritual evolution. Is that?
Yeah, right or wrong depends on what is your purpose of life. The purpose of your life is to enjoy materially. And maybe it is good to eat meat if you like it. But choosing yourself as your purpose of life, that is one thing, and then there is somebody above you, Parapurusha. So he is also sitting there and he is going to give the result of your karma. So that we have to see. So you may be right temporarily, but ultimately you are wrong. because you're going to get a hell for that. So that's why you have to have a proper vision.
And what about this kshatriya who has the license and so-called license?
Yeah, they also have to suffer. Whatever action you perform, license is given, but you are not free from suffering. If you kill, you have to take the responsibility for that.
Also, they do it to protect.
Yeah, the outcome comes from that. Therefore, Krishna says that all karma is covered with some imperfection. So therefore you have to serve dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam. That is the only solution. If you are following varnashrama dharma, there is problem in that also. If you are not a devotee. So Vedas mention of animal sacrifice, you do it, but you have to suffer for that. It was seen in the history of this king who was performing all these yajnas, Prachin Bari. And Narada showed him that look, all these animals, they are waiting for you. When you die, then they will take revenge for you. He said, but I did yajna. Yes, they will also do yajna. Not only you can do yajna. Now you do yajna because you have hands. They will do yajna. And your hands will be tied.
Is it God who decided about all this cycle? Is it God who decided about all these different cycles,
Yes.
all these different yoga?
Yeah.
So why you think he decided that now there would be such
No, there is no
terrible
why
fire?
for God.
But he did this, you think, because he wanted us to realize something through
Because
bad
there-
fire?
Because there is variety in everything in nature. It's like you say, why there is cold? Why there is cold? Right? There should be no cold. There should be no heat. There should be only spring season all the time. Right? But then there are so many things which will not grow. There are certain things which grow because of cold, because of rain, because of this. But spring season is nice, but you also need rain. You also need heat, you also need cold. So all this is necessary for sustenance. So therefore these yugas are also necessary like that.
And this
But he has given solution how to tackle that. That is the point. How to tackle that Kali Yuga, there is a solution for it. Kaler dosh nidhe rajan asti eko mahaguna kirtana deva krishna subhut sangataram prabhu. But in Kali Yuga there are so many problems, but there is solutions, kirtan. So you do Krishna Kirtan, then you are free from the problem of Kali Yuga.
When Brahma created the universe, it was not him who set up the cycles like the yugas. It was like he was like creating the universe within some regulations that were already given before.
Yeah.
So this biology, finally, it's not because of the sin of the human
No.
entity, it's like this. It's not a, we could think it's not our fault.
No.
I think it take us the responsibility of this. It's like we would be unresponsible.
Yeah. Your responsibility is just how to protect yourself by doing kirtan. You are not responsible for Kali Yuga. You are not so great.
We are not,
You are not so powerful that you can bring Kali Yuga into existence.
Or get rid of it.
Just like the night comes, we are not responsible for the night. We are not doing some sin and that's why the night is coming. Night comes. So you can feel relaxed that you didn't do anything. So we don't have this concept of original sin here in this place. That is Christian concept.
It's because in Christian they think because you behave bad, God got angry and
No,
you have this and because you deserve.
no, we don't accept that. Alright, so we'll stop here, take 5 minutes break.